Hello, how's it going? I just wanted to hop on here and make a little video basically explaining how to scale your coaching business to 10k plus per month, and I'm going to make it really simple. So it's going to give some context about what I teach clients and how you can go about it yourself. So this video is for anyone currently in or considering starting a service-based coaching business. So personal trainers, online coaches, consultants, freelancers, this is for you. Today I'm going to go through the best strategy to leverage the power of organic marketing, then how to ensure that all the interest generated is properly nurtured so that you can capture more leads, book more calls and close more sales. In this video I'm going to go over the following topics: how to productize yourself by creating powerful sales assets, how to maximize your reach with the content strategy, how to attract a loyal tribe of buyers, how to assert your authority and build trust, and most importantly, how to actually get new clients through the door after all this is established. The best part about this is we can systemize and automate the whole process. So we can do this without paid ads, expensive websites, multiple offers, or a big following. A little bit about myself. So just to give some credibility, here's how I got to where I am now. I have almost 10 years experience in the coaching industry. I started my journey as a personal trainer back in 2013. I gained experience doing in-person personal training, which gave me a good foundation of working with different kinds of people and understanding various different coaching styles. I eventually stopped doing this because I wanted to pursue the world of online coaching, which was aimed at more intermediate and advanced clients. This is also where I started investing in my knowledge and skills, which now works out to be over 10k spent on mentors and courses, which by the way was probably the best money I've ever spent. My internal systems and service fulfillment was sculpted by, at the time, industry-leading players on the scene. But still, my lack of business and marketing knowledge still let me down, and it was never quite enough to go full-time as a coach. So just to clarify, at the time I had zero interest in business at all. I barely even viewed personal training as a business, to be honest. So during lockdown in 2020, I purchased my dream car, which was a BMW M4. I've always loved cars, and so this led me to create an Instagram theme page out of boredom, just to see how far I could grow the account from scratch. Seeing the direction of other pages in the same niche who had monetized their channels while experiencing their passion for cars, this really made me wonder about how I could do the same. Over the next 2 years, I was able to transform the page into a 6-figure business, my best month being 15k cash collected in 30 days. I learned so much about business and marketing at the time, which led me to return to coaching so I can help other people do the same thing, but in a fraction of the time. Because a lot of coaches are in the same position as I was a few years ago, they are amazing at coaching, but they just lack the tools needed to really scale the business. Over the last month, I've spoken to around 100 coaches about how they're operating their business and what the biggest obstacles are stopping them from scaling to 10k plus a month. In this video, I'm not holding back any information. It's going to be pure value and stuff you can implement straight away. So let's dive in. So firstly, who will benefit most from this video? If you're currently a coach or a consultant who is struggling to scale past 5 figures per month, or simply you have the knowledge and experience to take someone through a transformation that would significantly benefit their life, but you just don't know where to start. If you're struggling to be consistent with basic tasks, but you don't have the right systems in place. If you're struggling to get leads, but you struggle to convert them into clients. You struggle to get leads because you aren't attracting the right people to your offer. If you have some inbound leads but you struggle to convert them into clients, so you're struggling with the sales calls, that sort of thing. If you're still selling low ticket offers because you don't think people will pay expensive prices. And also, if you have the desire to scale your business to past 10k a month in just a few months, you want to automate your business to reduce workload so you can have more time to spend with your family. And you want more financial freedom so you can experience more in life. So next up, we're going to start off with the power of sales assets and why they play a vital role in your coaching business. So a lot of people aren't going to know what I mean by this. So what are sales assets? Basically, it's just any kind of digital document or video which creates more efficiency in the business, whether that's internal, so like systems, processes, making your life easier, or whether it's an external, so basically what your new prospects see, for example, when they come across your profile online. This is what builds authority, trust, and simply informs them about you and your business. It's just a way of productizing yourself so you can remove yourself from the process as much as possible. Examples include your social media profiles. So this essentially just simulates like a first greeting, a first impression, so it's very important. Content for your funnel. So again, it kind of relates to the first one, like story highlights, pinned post. If you've got a landing page, then videos and things on there. Email sequences, dynamic sales letter, which is what I'm doing now. Videos for client onboarding. Content for repeatable activities within the service fulfillment. So what I mean by that is like if you find yourself always having to give the same information to your clients, then why wouldn't you just make a video about it? So for example, you could have a course set up that highlights all the information a client needs, and you can just record videos, so then it's all in one place, the course is there, the client goes through the course, and it means you don't need to keep saying the same things to each new client. Number 7 is evergreen value video. So what I mean by that is when you're doing outreach and talking to new prospects, for example, quite a lot of people are going to have the same questions. So why don't you just make one video that tells people what you do, how you can help, and basically covers just some of the main struggles that they're facing. Again, this is going to build authority, and it's just going to be a lot more efficient for you. And also, if you start to scale your business and you start hiring people, like I've experienced this myself, where you just feel like you're saying the same thing over and over again. So if you just have these videos set up, especially if you're onboarding people, there's probably going to be a lot of information that they need to learn. So if you have training videos set up, onboarding videos set up, it's going to make your life a lot easier. So this isn't all, there's many more ways, but you can see where I'm coming from and how after your potential clients go through all these automations, how they will be in a much more trusting position as they'll have all the information they need. But not only that, you'll have flexed your knowledge, which will increase your authority. So basically, what we're trying to do is automate the process it takes to get a client from point A, which is just viewing your page for the first time, to point B, which is then buying into your program. And it can take around 7 hours of content for a client to fully warm up to you. So as much information you can give them, and case studies, testimonials, that sort of thing, it's going to make the process a lot quicker. So these assets will do a lot of the heavy lifting, which means you don't need to keep repeating yourself and having the same conversations over and over again with potential clients. But how do you get clients in the first place? Well, let's make it really simple. What's our aim with the content? It's to reach as many qualified buyers as possible. So we can break this down into 2 parts: attracting the right people, but also maximizing the reach of your content as well. So we'll assume that you've already nailed down the offer and the ideal client profile, which is extremely important, because if you don't even know the type of person you're trying to attract, then Mark Zuckerberg and his algorithm certainly are not. So you need to ask yourself, what are the main struggles that stop my ideal client profile from achieving their desired outcome? Really think about this. Perhaps it might be obstacles that you faced in your own journey, but ultimately this is what's going to make people want to follow you, engage with you. And because if you're constantly serving your followers and solving their problems, they're going to trust what you're saying, and they're going to see you as more of an authority, and they're going to be more likely to buy into your program. So what you need to do is start breaking down the main struggles they deal with and create topics and value that align with these pillars. So you've got your main pillars at the top, say 5 of the main biggest struggles, and then within each pillar you might have 5 subcategories that you can talk about. So this is going to be the start of your content creation framework, and this is the sort of thing you're going to post out. A big mistake I see is coaches just posting what they feel like, and it's not very structured or aimed at what their target audience actually want to see. So once you've done that, you can diversify your content even further with different styles, because depending on what kind of person they are or what mood they're in, you need to be making sure that your content accommodates different people and different moods. So that might be occasionally inspirational posts, content that gives them educational value, content that entertains them, content that shows your personality / lifestyle, but also content that actually promotes your offer as well. You need a good variety, a good mix of all of these things if you want to be successful. And as I said before, everyone's different, depends what mood they're in. So if your content is varied enough, then you're going to accommodate for everyone. Another thing we're going to cover is leveraging long-form content in multiple channels. And this is just basically a way of making your life easier when it comes to content creation. A common problem I see with business owners is not fully utilising the power of social media to bring awareness to the brand. I think everyone knows by now how important social media is, but the most likely reason for this is because of how time-consuming they deem the task, or they simply don't want to fork out on £500 to £1,000 a month on a social media manager, because they feel like they have more important things to be doing in the business. So what's the solution here? How do we build a content machine that creates 30 to 60 pieces of content in only 2 to 3 hours? Making one post at a time is highly inefficient, and it's not about every single post being amazing. It's more about just getting your face in front of people as much as possible, explaining things like case studies, testimonials, roadmaps, your own personal journey, how clients did this, how clients did that, your point of view on the market, busting myths, etc., etc. All this is social proof, and we're slowly building that trust between you and your audience. With that being said, we can make long form content and simply repurpose it into reels, shorts, quotes, static posts, that sort of thing. So if you make a 30-minute video explaining the journey you take your clients on to reach their desired outcome, why you're different from the competitors, you add a case study in there, perhaps some common mistakes that you see people make, there's a lot of value there, and you can make 5 to 10 reels out of this and use some of the quotes from the video to make Twitter style posts. And then by the time you have all these, you upload to Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, etc. That's 30 to 60 uploads you've got. So I believe efficiency creates consistency. If you think content creation is long, hard, tedious, boring, you're not going to be consistent. So we need to automate the process as much as possible so it's efficient, and that's going to create the long-term consistency. So if you implement this kind of workflow, it's going to make content creation a lot easier for you. And as I said before, it takes on average around 7 hours of content or 120 touch points for a person to become a paying customer. So, all you're trying to do is bridge that 7-hour gap. So long form content, reels, static posts, email sequences, blog style posts, story posts. You need to be using all of these, which is going to slowly nurture your followers over time, building that trust, and they're going to be more likely to buy from you. Utilizing all the styles will help bridge the gap when they first land on your page to then become a customer. So now you've got your content strategy down. Now we're going to think about how we can build a community out of that, and how we can start to own the audience. So if your main platform was to go down tomorrow, how screwed would you be? All of your followers would be gone, and did you make enough of an impact for them to actually find you again? Probably not for 90% of them. So how do we solve this? It's a very basic principle that's completely normal in the world of business, but I don't actually see a lot of coaches doing this. And that's building an email list and a community that is a separate entity to your primary social media account. So what are the benefits of doing these things? So building a community of loyal followers. So you're going to control the advertising within the group. Every new member that joins is essentially a new lead for you. And you can set up, when it comes to emailing, you can set up tailored email sequences depending on where the customer opted in. And for email lists, no one can take this away from you. It's marketing that you have got for life, essentially. So this allows you to efficiently assert more authority, educate your audience on a daily basis by distributing your repurposed content on multiple channels. So you're distributing your content on, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, all that. And then you've also got this additional community which has a bit more of an exclusive feel to it. And then you've got your email sequences on top of that as well. So you're always getting your content and your face in front of new customers. Hang on. Apologies about that. I don't actually know where that tab's gone. Nightmare. Okay, use Notion. Sorry about that. So where were we? So we were down at building the community. So next, when you've got all these leads coming through, we want to be as proactive as possible with the attention that we're attracting now. And what I mean by that is you need to be building connections with every single person that's engaging with you. And out of all the mistakes I see, this is probably the biggest one, to be honest. I don't know, I think it's more of just a case of people aren't comfortable reaching out to people. But it's extremely important, because if you're just waiting for clients to come to you, then you're probably missing out on, more than 50% of the amount of clients you could be having if you just reached out to people and asked if they needed help, that sort of thing. And it's just about the way you do it as well. So basically, you need to think about where you want to get to. Is it 10k, 20k, 30k a month? And you just really need to have the right KPIs in place to ensure it's possible. So let's take an example for a fitness program. We're going to say the program is 1.5k for 90 days, and we're going to use 30% success rates for each process, which is probably just average, to be honest. So this is the amount of new followers / leads you need, and you need to be sending a message out to all these people. So 235 people, say that's how many people have followed you that month. You need to be messaging every single one of them. Just being friendly, see if they need help with anything, give free value. You always need to be looking to serve your followers, because if you're just sitting back and waiting for them to come to you, you're not going to stick out in their head when they're eventually looking for a coach. But if they follow you and you've taken the time to reach out to them and see if they need help with anything, that's extremely valuable and you're going to stick in their head. So let's just say out of these 235 people that, only 77 reply. Out of the 77, you manage to book 23 calls. And out of the 23 consultations / calls you have, you manage to close 7 deals. And guess what? That doesn't even include long-term recurring monthly clients. So after the 90-day program, if people want to continue working with you, then you can have this this monthly rate that you can charge people. So if you did this, that would get you 10k a month. It's really not that difficult. It just takes a bit of time for you to build up the content, and you just need to be putting in the work every day, talking to as many people as possible. And if you really want to ensure that you succeed, do 10 times more than the required amount to make the math work. And there's literally no reason why you wouldn't be smashing your goal. So hopefully this gives a little insight into some of the systems and processes we use to make a highly profitable coaching business. If you want to work with us and scale to 10 to 100k per month, then feel free to book a call with us and we'll have a chat. I'll just put the link to my calendar in the description. And yeah, thank you very much.